Good morning, dog son. Good morning, fish tank with all my new zoanthids. Check it out, I whipped up some chicken and rice for lunch. Yeah. Back from your walk? Therapy dog.
Please pet me. Please pet me.
Oh. I'm so happy. Chipotle for lunch?
Yeah.
I just fed the tanks, so they're all going crazy.
Nice.
Even the yellowfish is swimming around. He must be really hungry.
You look skinnier.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, he better start eating then. Hey, Bentley. What is this? What is that? You make me feel like I have never been played with for so long. Have you seen this before? I won't shoot it at you. What's that? Oh! Ah! Oh! Wow! He's like, what is this madness? What is this madness? Oh, your bed is disgusting. I think I need to vacuum. What is that? What are you doing? Where is it going? What? Hey now, Bentley. Hey, no. What's the vacuum? Hey, does your dog do this too? Hey, it's just a vacuum. What are you doing? I'm gonna vacuum you if you keep doing that. Hey! Off to the gym, see you there. Whoops, kind of forgot to film there. Sorry. Stay. You got one. He's like, no, I don't want it. Where is it? It's on your head. There you go, good dog. Stay. Okay, for your head. There you go. Hey guys, I thought that I would spend a little bit of time today talking about finding work after college. It's definitely like the biggest thing that happens. Of course, I can only speak from my experience. By senior year, by September to November, it seemed like everybody that I knew already had a job because all the recruiters come and they try to recruit for the next year. Everybody already had a job and I didn't. So I spent like the entire senior year trying to get a job. To be upfront, I didn't have one when I graduated. And the sad thing was, every single person in my school had a job. Everyone. I asked everyone, did they know someone who didn't have a job? And they all said no, everybody had a job. And that was in the first semester they had a job for next year. I didn't even know that you were supposed to be looking that early in advance. I got really, really depressed. The other problem that I had was I didn't really find anything that I wanted. And the stuff that I wanted that I saw online was either I had to compete with a lot of people from my school to get it, or the jobs that I wanted, I was really underqualified for. Minimum 10 years of experience. And so, of course, I couldn't get those either. So I was really depressed. What I ended up doing, what my dad suggested I do, was networked with a lot of people. And that really helped a lot. That helped me get my first job, actually. It got to be a kind of a really big thing was I opened a LinkedIn account. I'm not endorsing LinkedIn or anything like that, but this is what I did. Truthfully, what I did. I opened a LinkedIn account and I paid for the premium account, which allows you to send messages and also allows you to do searches for alumni. I knew that I wanted to be here in the Bay Area because I knew I wanted to do internet marketing, but I just didn't know any people over here. With the premium LinkedIn account, you can type in a location and you can type in a job or an industry such as internet marketing, and it'll pull up all of the people from your college. And so what I did was every single day I found a person that I wanted to connect with, and I wrote a letter to them, an email, and I did research and I kind of stalked them to find their email address. And every single day I wrote one, which took about like an hour to do, and grew my network that way. So I found people from Google, I found people everywhere, and in my email I asked them if I could just have 10 minutes of their time to have a phone conversation, a phone call with them on how to break into the internet marketing field. If you write the letter correctly and spend a really good amount of time with it, you can get really good responses. I actually got about a 90% response. I spent the entire senior year, every single day, writing one letter, and I got a response from 90% of them. Everyone, of course, is like, sure, I can speak with you for 10 minutes. So I set up a time and a call with them, and I was able to grow my network that way. Of course, at the end of the call, I would always ask them if they had a friend or if they knew someone who would be able to help me to further my goal. And so all of them, of course, gave me contacts, and they got me in contact with other people. So I was able to really grow my network and gain a really strong network. So by the end of senior year, I actually had an incredibly strong network of like over 200 people. Make sure though that when you write your letter to the person, that it has to be written in a way that they can't just ignore you, because it would be easy to just do a copy and paste of a letter to someone, and they can tell if you just got a copy and pasted written letter to yourself. I'm pretty like a lot of people would just delete it and just ignore the person. But what I really did was I made sure that they wouldn't be able to ignore me. So what I did was I did research on their LinkedIn page, I did a Google search, and I learned all about the person. And then in the letter, I spoke immediately all about the person that I was like, I noticed that you did blah, 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 blah. And that way, it shows a lot of interest in the person. You just have to flip it around. If you got a letter of someone speaking about you, you'd want to read it. Second thing to do is people like to help other people who they can see a small bit of themselves in. So what I did was I always mapped that themselves and compared that to me. I did a search for people who are from Hawaii, who work in California, who went to my school. So I always started off with talking about my school, then immediately jumped into talking about them, and then I finally talked about myself, and then by the end I would ask for 10 minutes of their time. But I still didn't have a job by the end of senior year. My spring break time, I actually flew out to California to meet with a lot of the people. You have to just imagine, if someone emails you and you speak on the phone with them, your contact with them is still not that great. You still need to do some more work. And so I actually flew over and met with a lot of them. I was like, oh, do you want, can we meet for coffee? I'll be in the area for the week. I met with people everywhere. I went to Facebook, Twitter. That's how I got to visit all those different internet companies in the Bay Area. And they actually introduced me to other people. And so I was able to really grow my network even stronger that way. And then after that, I went back to school. I still didn't have a job. So I was really frustrated. And I graduated without having a job, as I mentioned, which was really sad to me. I ended up flying out to California, and so I got a job pretty quickly. So I sent out an email to everybody that I had contacted with for like the past year. I was like, oh, thanks so much. I got it from my alumni network and through LinkedIn. And actually the message somehow got passed to one of the high managers at LinkedIn who wanted to hire me too, which was really cool. Networking, the power of networking can do, because when I was in school, when I was looking at all these job requirements on all those little things, it says like, oh, you requires like 5 years of work experience and all of that. Well, I don't have that, but what you can do is if you can get to know somebody in the company who can hire you, they will overlook that if they know you. That is one way to get a higher level job than what you might be qualified for, especially if it's an alumni from your school who is a big supporter of the school. 2 words of wisdom about senior year in college, since it's halfway through some of you guys' senior year in college. The first thing is, don't worry so much. If you don't have a job yet, don't worry, because I spent my whole senior year worrying, and it was very, very depressing. I was always like, how come I can't get a job? And my second piece of advice is make sure to network. Networking is an incredibly powerful tool that I think that people, especially in college, need to learn to do, because it's really a great way of getting business done. You're more likely to hire your friend or someone that you know than someone that you don't know at all. When I networked with all those people, I was able to get a really, really good job. And the position required 5 years of experience initially, which I was able to skip. And I got to work directly with the CEO of this internet marketing company. So that was an amazing achievement. And so that's how I got my job. And I really think that it would pay off in the end. Of course, it's going to seem like an incredibly arduous task. Just keep trying. And after that, you'll have a really good network. So that's your tip for today. A really long tip, but I think that it's incredibly useful, and it was incredibly useful to me. So I'm sharing that information with you. Dinner for tonight will be the second of my sukiyaki beef here. There we go, peas, beef, and I got rice with furikake. It kind of looks disgusting, doesn't it? It's so good though. What's up? Hey guys, I'm sorry I didn't do too much today. But don't worry, more awesome things are going to come soon. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye. I thought I would share with you guys my biggest fear. A lot of people are like, they're afraid of spiders or snakes and stuff like that. The thing that I hate the most. Frogs and toads. It grosses me out so much. I used to live when I was younger by a stream. Anyway, I just came across this video, and just to warn you, it might be a little bit offensive to some people. It's